We're live.
We're live. All right. Welcome everyone to CactusCon 9 2021. We're extremely excited to be able to present CactusCon to you virtually for the first time ever. The overall crew has been at this for over 10 years now. We took somewhat of a hiatus in 2020, simply because our last event was in December of 2019. We wanted to move to earlier in the year, and it just wouldn't have made a ton of sense to do December and then February. So I know many of us wish we could have just outright skipped 2020 ourselves, but our conference at least was able to do so, and we're back and better than ever. We have some great talks lined up. We have a whole bunch of giveaways. We have some fantastic prizes that have been provided by many of our sponsors. Overall, I'm just really excited. So, hey, I'm Ryan. I'm the lead organizer this year, taking over from Andrew Wilson, who helped run the conference the entire time, original founding member. And I'm here with...
Hey, I'm Alex, the I guess Discord admin and bot builder for CactusCon, and happy to be here.
Ryan, you're gonna have to introduce me. Come on, man.
You don't want your own introduction?
Nah, absolutely not. I'm too good for that.
All right. Well, I'll throw it on the. We have an upcoming about the staff slide. I'll just do it there with you. We have a whole bunch of staff members who don't necessarily like the spotlight, and you've got Ryan who just loves the spotlight. So I'll fill in as needed.
Oh, look who it is.
Hey, there he is. Andrew, say hi.
Hey, sorry, I was actually listening to the stream on the other thing. That's where we're getting the double sort of comms piece. So thought I'd jump in and say hello. Thank you all for joining. I'm really excited to be able to participate. For me, this is a big deal. You know, as Ryan mentioned, this is the first time I'm not the lead organizer. I will say I am so really super impressed with the team and what they were able to accomplish this year, and just happy to be a part of it. I'll be sort of lurking around on channels throughout the day, so if you want to catch up with me, I'll be hanging around specifically in the cabana room that was made for me. It's the only time anyone's ever given me a cabana after years of waiting. So if you want to catch up and talk a little bit more about the history, I'll be around. But I'm super excited for this year, and I'm glad to be able to participate and join with y'all.
Ryan,
You're muted. Yep, Ryan.
Of course I'm on mute. We've been doing conference calls the entire year 2020, and I'm still talking on mute. You all knew I was going to do it. Yeah. Everyone who knows me is like, yep, that's about right. We're extremely happy to have you here, Andrew, because unbeknownst to you, but now known to you, we were about to talk about the legacy of CactusCon. Do you want to be on the spot? You want to go for it?
The legacy of CactusCon? Is that what
the history of CactusCon? Where did we come from?
Oh yeah, so absolutely. CactusCon is interesting. We started CactusCon literally after an OWASP meeting in town. I think we were actually in Scottsdale, and a bunch of us went out sort of bar crawling afterwards and had a long conversation about, like, the Phoenix community is huge and we have a ton of people out here. Like, why do we have to wait for DEF CON, or why do we have to wait for all these other conferences to happen? Like, do we have enough momentum to potentially do something ourselves? And so I think there was about 8 of us originally who got together and said, look, what would it take to do a very bootstrap thing? And so we looked at a bunch of venues and actually ended up settling on Dave & Buster's here in town, which turns out to have like an amazing conference room deal that was relatively affordable. In fact, we floated the entire conference year one between the 8 of us, right? We just said, look, let's do it. Let's see what we can get out there. Let's see if we can get sponsors. We had a couple of sponsors step up and jump in. I think that year GoDaddy helped out, and a couple of other local firms. Stack and Lou, now Bishop Fox, has actually been involved really from the beginning. Securiosis was one of our original sponsors, and they helped us out for a season. And so we sort of grew it out from there. The idea behind it has always been, we just want to create something with high quality talks that are freely available to anybody in the community who wants to attend. We want it to be vendor neutral, so you don't show up and go, oh my gosh, like, this is vendor con. I mean, I've been places where you walk in and you have to pass through the hall of vendors before you're even allowed to like get to the conference, you know. And then we wanted something that could kind of grow as a community and have some of the best talks out there, right? And then I think in the time we've done this, we've had some amazing keynotes, right? We've had Dave Kennedy and others come in. We've had Lost come in. We've had Caesar from Ghetto Hackers. We've had major leads from Microsoft come. You know, we've been able to grow this out year over year, and we get better and better keynotes and better speakers out here joining us. And so I'm, again, super, that's really the history in a nutshell. We've started, I think the first year we had 120-ish people show up, and 20 of them were us, you know. And then now we're really sort of grown and expanded year over year. It's just been really impressive to be a part of. So that's it.
Awesome. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate that. Yeah, it comes much better from the person who ran the con for the first 8 years than the new guy. I really appreciate you being able to pop in and do that. That's awesome. Just a shout out to the B-Sides crew in general. You know, starting as a B-Sides event, we had their support to transition to our own CactusCon. And what was it? Was it last year or the year before? It was last year where we had them come in and do our keynote.
It was last year.
Yeah, it was last year. Yeah. The years are already starting to blend for me. I don't know about everyone else out there, but
I mean,
yeah,
it was
all
last
right,
CactusCon. It wasn't necessarily last year.
There we go. That's probably it right there. All right, so check it out. We're going to take a look here and peek behind the curtain a little bit, somewhat. I mean, we still have folks who like to use avatars, Skylar, rather than their actual likeness, but I want to introduce people to the team behind the conference, because this conference could not happen without an entire team or organization and committee of people. So we have a board for CactusCon. On the board, we have Skylar, Jessica, and, well, Andrew Kazushi over there. So Skylar has been an awesome person to assist, for example, myself coming in as a new member. He helps every year with doing awesome stuff like the badge work, working with the Hardware Hacking Village folks and making sure that on that side of things, that everything is on the up and up. On the art side of things, I think we've had an amazing art game over the years. I mean, I'm wearing right now a CactusCon 8 shirt, and I honestly still get, you know, people who are like, oh, that's a cool shirt. And I'm like, I know, whenever I wear it in public. Like, just awesome stuff from Skylar over the years. Thank you, man, for all the help, all the things that you've done. Jessica has been with the conference for, I don't know how many years now. I actually heard about CactusCon originally because of Jessica, and I'm in the position where I am now with the organization because of Jessica. She has just been a fantastic advocate. She helps out with many different conferences, some of the B-Sides conferences like B-Sides San Francisco. I met her there back in 2013 or something ridiculous like that. She does all kinds of great stuff for us. She runs our Call for Papers board. Quick shout out, by the way, the Call for Papers board, we have some folks whose name might not otherwise show up in the conference. So Jamie Winterton from ASU, hi, we love you. And then we've got Cheerio, hi, how you doing? We appreciate your assistance over the past couple of years on our CFP board. We have some internal folks who are also on the board, but overall, Jessica, just thank you for what you do. We really appreciate it. And also a note here, the mask that you see on this slide, this is not specifically a COVID mask. This was taken well before COVID. So this is just her doing her thing. And then we've got Kazushi, we've got Andrew, who has already introduced himself and gave us the awesome lowdown on the conference from years past. So thank you to the board. And then we've got a new challenger arrived. Me, Mr. Loudmouth, Mr. I think I'm a funny guy, and I'll be playing the MC of the event this year. I'll be introducing the keynotes, doing the opening and closing. You'll see more of me. I've been presenting for 5 years in a row now for CactusCon, my first CactusCon event. The first thing I did was go to a workshop. I attended a workshop put on by Joe Giron, so shout out to Joe out there. And I was immediately in love. This was back in 2013 or 14. I think it was 2014. CactusCon, yeah, number 3, yeah. So I just had an absolute blast, and over the years, I've like just sunk in and couldn't let go. So I'm extremely excited to now be part of the conference. It's a dream come true kind of thing. I love it. And then we've got Mike. So we've got Mike and Matt, the Hoffman brothers. So Mike, who we see maybe here with us today, he's been helping out for 5 years. He's been helping a whole lot with day of activities and helping to wrangle and make things actually happen. This year, both of the Hoffman brothers, but Mike also has been working with the Discord server, getting the channels set up, working with our Discord admin, whose name is coming up very shortly and is also on our screen now, and just making darn sure that everything flows properly. People are able to check in. Everything was set up for the server to be inundated with folks. Mike, thank you so much for all the stuff that you do. And we've got Matt, the other another Hoffman. It's basically a Hoffman con at this point. So we've got Matt, AKA Alpha. He's been helping out with volunteer coordination, and quite honestly, again, the two brothers just really helping out with day of activities. When we have a physical conference, obviously it's a lot different. We have all kinds of, hullabaloo day of, and everyone's running around and there's directing that needs to occur. It was a lot different. It was a big transition for both of them, for all of us really, of course, but especially for them. They're not currying around projectors and making sure that cables aren't, causing tripping hazards and stuff. It's just it's a virtual environment now. So helping out with all the volunteers, we've got almost upwards of 40 volunteers this year, right? Around there. Got a bunch of moderators. We have team leads assigned, all because of the assistance from our crew. And just Matt, thank you very much for what you do. And then we have another newcomer to the mix. We've got, zoom in on you. Yeah, we've got Alex, who's actually here with us, Red Wedge. Do you want to introduce yourself, sir?
No, I will. Yeah, I think I already did at the beginning, but yeah, I'm Alex. Like you said, I've been coming to CactusCon for 4 or 5 years and volunteering the last few years, and this year got roped into doing a lot of the Discord stuff because I have Discord bot building experience. So yeah, if the bot breaks, you can probably blame Ryan and definitely not me.
Awesome. Thank you, sir. And then not on stream here, but Nick has been helping us for many years now. Zoom in on his mug there. With our art, whether it's partially doing the design or whether it's just running the full actual exhibit, if you will. It's almost like you walk into a physical CactusCon and it's like an art display. It's like an exhibit. We had like vinyl on the windows. We had large stands here. I mean, it's just been awesome. Now this year, obviously different again, because we don't necessarily have artwork to, put around a venue, but a lot of the artwork that you see throughout the con, a lot of the digital graphic items that you're going to see and be provided is handiwork of Nick. In fact, what we're looking at right now is technically, let me go back to the front here, is our digital event brochure. It's not yet been released, but very shortly will, and this is handiwork of Nick. So Nick, thank you for all that you do and what you have done throughout the years. And that takes us to our partners and sponsors. We obviously couldn't throw a conference. We couldn't hold this thing without our partners and sponsors. This year, again, it's very different. In former years past, we've had tables set up and we've tried to funnel people to our sponsors and be like, hey, yeah, all this. What we're doing now is a little different in the digital venue, but I want to go ahead and transition over and take a look at our website. On the CactusCon.com website, we've got a sponsor section. So I'm literally just going to click on the sponsor section and just show you here. We have a couple different tiers this year. So one of our tiers is our partner tier. And in the partner tier, returning for, I don't know, 6, 7, the whole time. Andrew, were they day one partner, Bishop Fox?
Yeah, technically Bishop Fox has been a day one partner when they were Stack and Lou. They've sort of grown year over year. And I'll say something else kind of specific about partners is that we were very careful in that word, because you see in that group are not just people who contribute financially to the conference. Historically, the people who are in that partner tier and folks who've stepped up to help run it. So like PayPal, a lot of people volunteer and help actually run the conference. Early Warning for a season, some of their main people and directors actually sat in the registration booth with us and helped run registration. And so what you see is kind of an investment in the conference that is, beyond this idea of, hey, here's some money, go like do stuff with it. They've actually joined in and help us do things. Early Warning ran a CTF actually at one point, and PayPal has a lot of people who've supported different CTFs and such. So like this partner tier is like a big deal for us, not just in sort of that idea of a title, but it really represents our relationship to them, and that it's not just this transactional thing, but it's an investment that they bring to the conference. So it's awesome. It's really great to see all these folks. I mean, Bishop Fox has been from the beginning, early warning, and PayPal kind of in lockstep. Early warning, I think, just a little bit ahead of PayPal, and then this is the first year BlackBerry has joined us as a partner. But obviously they produced you for us, so I don't know if that counts. But it's anyways. This is more than just than something like, hey, here's some money. So.
Yes, I appreciate that earnest thanks to the partners. Early warning, the Zell folks last year, it was like an army, like literally like an army. I had some people come up and just ask me like, hey, what's up with the Zell? Like, why are they all here? Like, why are there so many of them here? I was like, because they know what they're doing. It was awesome. I'm colorblind. What was it? The blue shirts? I don't remember what color it was. I just remember it was flooded, the whole scene. It was great. PayPal, been around for so many years now. I remember my first CactusCon badge, which is up on the wall there. I got the whole series. And I was like, oh, look, PayPal's here. Like, that's cool. I grew up using PayPal. I made a living on, oh, snap, look who just joined us. I made a living on PayPal for many years selling stuff on eBay, and it was like PayPal. It was ingrained. It was part of my life. And all of a sudden I was like, oh, look, we're working with them. Like, that's cool. And then, of course, I actually work for BlackBerry. So BlackBerry Security Services is where I work as an incident response consultant. To have our team come on as a partner, phenomenal. Love it. We just had a guest pop into the stream. I'm not sure if she wants to say hello, but if she does, go for it. In our sponsor tier this year, we have Axon. Axon returns. They have been with us now for a couple of years. For anyone who recalls, formerly Taser Company, make a bunch of body cams for law enforcement. I did a ride along with a lieutenant from the Glendale PD that's local, by the way, for folks who are not from Phoenix. And I got to play with the wall of Axon chargers. It's just a massive wall of body cam chargers, and it was freaking cool. So last conference, you just constantly heard tasers going up because they were showing off their equipment. I was waiting for some dum-dum to be like, does it hurt? Luckily, that didn't happen. But
What's really cool is if you go work for them, you get to play with tasers all the time. Can confirm because I used to work for them. So they have a bunch of jobs. Go check them out. It's a great place to work.
Yeah, cool. In our supporter tier this year, we have a couple groups, including a local group that's near and dear to my heart, New Genesis Solution. That's Andy Jordan's company. Andy, I hope you're watching right now, man. What's up? Thank you for supporting us, man. Andy and I have known each other for I don't know how many years now. We've been back and forth. They are here. They're hanging out to just interact with the group. If you need some consulting services, check them out. Digital Shadows. I'm not sure how many folks out there are interested in the general OSINT game and being able to obtain the information. A lot of others are not. Digital Shadows is a pretty darn cool group, and I'm very glad that they can jump in and be part of the team this year. So thank you very much for that. We also have Hack the Box. Hack the Box is actually started out as an in-kind supporter, and they were going to provide to our CTF attendees a whole bunch of fun stuff. They decided, you know what, we're also going to be a supporter. So we're going to financially, fiscally support the conference. So thank you so much to Hack the Box. As a note, we're going to get to the in-kind sponsors right now, but Hack the Box is in-kind giving away the following: 5 times 500 Academy Cubes, 5 times annual VIP plus passes, and 5 one-month Pro Lab of your choice passes. Those will be given away during the Capture the Flag event, and I will let Barrett kind of give the breakdown. That's Pwn EIP, by the way, for folks in the server. Give away how he's going to be facilitating that. There's a survey involved, and they've got it all planned out, and I'm excited for that too. For our in-kind sponsors, we have Sands is up in the mix. I am actually a SANS instructor, and I have been obsessed with SANS for many years now, and they are giving away, a free course. So when I say free course, I mean it is a free course voucher. It is going to be valid for any course that you want to take, whether that course be a VLive, which is a live with an instructor like actually scheduled out, whether it's an on-demand, or whether some month, year, or decade, or whatever, we go back to in-person training in the local venues at least. It'll be applicable to that. We will be doing that giveaway during our closing ceremony. So if you want to get in on the free SANS course, come to our closing ceremony, which, by the way, will be tomorrow at 6 p.m., right, folks? 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, UTC -7 for those around the world, GMT -7. We also have Offensive Security as an in-kind sponsor, and Offensive Security is also giving away all kinds of fun stuff during the CTF. So they are going to be giving away OSCP vouchers, and we're talking about the entire lab access in addition to the exam. There are many folks out there who are at this crossroads of, do I want to go to the blue team or do I want to go to the red team? Do I want to go right down the middle and be purple? Like, what am I going to do? And Offensive Security, really, for the OSCP certification is very important for anyone to truly understand, what's going on when people break in or how to break in, all the above. Those will also be available in our CTF, during our CTF. By the way, the CTF prize is being provided by Offensive Security and Hack the Box. They are participatory, so they are not going to be given out to a first, second, or third place finisher. By design, we've decided that we're going to base it on participation. So folks who are able to jump into the mix, folks who are doing the work, folks who are helping other folks, perhaps, whenever we see someone who's going above and beyond, that is how Pone is going to make his decisions as to where those go. We also have No Starch Press as an in-kind sponsor this year. Very, very grateful to have them. I don't know how many of you have a bookshelf like me where you've got a whole bunch of No Starch Press books. And I may not have read them all, but I have them. I absolutely love them. I'm obsessed with them. Going back to practical network monitoring, just over the years, No Starch has been a great resource. I'm a hardcore malware analyst fella, and there's a particular text, the PMA, that No Starch put out years ago that I still point people to. They have provided to us 8 $20 vouchers that we will be giving out, so $20 discount code /voucher. And they have also mailed over to myself 4 physical books that we will be giving out. So we'll just be shipping those suckers on out to folks. And as far as the giveaways and such are concerned, we have a lineup of things that we will be giving away throughout the conference. More on that coming up. Also, a huge shout out to our community sponsors. This year, it has just gone above and beyond. Like, I'm floored. And all of us were on a call last night, and we were like, what? That's awesome. A community sponsor is someone from the community who simply wanted to click the button, add a dollar value, and just provide fiscally to our organization to help us do what we do. And I just couldn't be more happy to see that we have so many of them this year. I believe the current count was 66 as of, like 1 in the morning. I didn't check this morning, when I woke up after my 4 hours of sleep. But we have on the website an update of the names, at least from when I checked it right past midnight. And, some folks, like, you see familiar names, Catatonic Prime. We miss you, man. We love you. He sponsored our jiu-jitsu, our Brazilian jiu-jitsu event last year. Absolutely great dude. So I love seeing his name at the top there. We will be able to get together and roll again very soon. You can tap me a million times again, whatever. So all the names that you see here in the community sponsor list, please just note that these people have just gone above and beyond. They didn't just sign up for a free ticket. They were like, here, I want to financially support the conference. And we are just ever so grateful to have them on board. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. I also want to talk about a couple different things before we get to the platform. We have a virtual swag bag that we've done this year. So let me transition over to this bad boy. The virtual swag bag is a zip file that is available at cactuscon.com/CC9swag. You should have received the link when you first joined our server. Alex set that up for you. It is a zip file hosted on Google Drive. If you're hesitant to open any of the files contained within, We included a hashes file, MD5, SHA-1, SHA-256, of all the various files. I can guarantee you that they are all clean. Most of these are PDFs, and you're wondering, was there JavaScript in there? No, we're good to go. So in the virtual swag bag, we allowed the partner level and the sponsor level to participate. And yes, if anyone's wondering, we had 4 sponsor roles, the 3 financial being labeled partner, sponsor, and supporter. It was my wonderful idea to name the middle tier sponsor. So they are a sponsor. Yeah, good job, Brian. Everyone else approved it though. So I mean, we all kind of, yeah. So anywho, we have from Bishop Fox, we've got a whole bunch of cool backgrounds, wallpaper for your computer. So this is just digital wallpaper you can throw up. I love the 8-bit one. I'm a retro guy. I got some retro consoles back there in view, hopefully trying to show them off. So really cool stuff. If you're interested in setting these bad boys, just grab the virtual swag bag. They're in there. From BlackBerry, we've got a couple different product sheets for our stuff. So we've got like Optics and Protect, and then we have the overall cyber suite. So these are our data sheets and or solution briefs. They've provided, they have provided a threat intel report called Decade of the Rats. I think that's a phenomenal report. Check that out. A general leaflet on who is BlackBerry, and then of course a 1-page flyer for hiring purposes. And Axon has provided a coupon code for everyone to use. Oh, watch out. So if you want to go get yourself some Axon products, as in if you want to go and have fun with your friends, and oh, never mind, don't tase your friends. But they also have a link here for careers, their ethics board products, and their InfoSec department, and then your 15% discount code. So go check that out.
CactusCon is not responsible if you get tased.
Correct. And then we've got from No Starch Press, we have a 30% discount code that has been provided. Cool little 1-page PDF to include in our swag bag. I'll just show you here. The discount code is Cactus30 for 30% off at nostarchpress.com. All right. Also in the swag bag, we have digital badges this year. How this came to be. Alex and the rest of the crew were sitting in the Ask CactusCon channel in our CactusCon community Discord server, and someone randomly asked, hey, are we going to have digital badges that we can print out? And some of us were like, we had that idea and just didn't do it. And was it even 10 minutes later, perhaps, Alex?
Probably, yeah, like 5 or 6 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, it was just like, oh, here you go. Like this? We're like, yeah, just like that. Yeah. So not only do we have, for example, attendee badges, but we have staff, we have volunteer, we have speaker, a couple others, right? I think so. So everyone should have your little digital badge. It would be really cool if we could see some folks actually print these out and maybe even like, you know, throw your little hole punch in there and throw them around your neck and, I don't know, take a picture, go on the video for our after party something. I think that would be pretty rad to see. So that's available in the swag bag also. And then we have an agenda. So a quick shout out to Grace from Pulse Dive, reached out and said, hey, do you have a dynamic agenda? And I said, nah, we didn't get one done. She went and did it for us. So thank you very, very much. Appreciate that. So the digital agenda, if you will, the PDF has all these fun clickable links so that we don't necessarily have to just go to the website every time we want something. If you want, just load up your PDF. You can track the schedule, click on things that you want to click on. We have a link to our community Discord, which is separate from the event, by the way. And then we have our Twitter, the online schedule, and of course, then we have page 2 of this little sucker that shows our stuff for Saturday. So there you go. That's also available in the digital swag bag. All right, our virtual events, our virtual platform this year, we've got obviously the website, CactusCon.com. So if you go to the website, we have some information available for you. We've got our general about section. We have a CactusCon 9 specific overview page, which includes a link to our community Discord server, some updates that we had along the way, and then of course links to the sponsors that we were just looking at. And we also have the online schedule here under talks and workshops. So if you go here, you can see that we have the various items provided to you. We also have the online schedule here. So there's our schedule, starting with the opening, which is where we are right now, and then moving into our first keynote shortly from now. There's also a link here to our store, which I'd like to mention to everyone now. This is something that Skylar really pushed and made happen. When I came into the group, I have an affinity for the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and I was trying not to push my agenda while trying to push my agenda. I was like, come on, I want to use it for a theme, come on! And Skylar is always been the head of the art, and the view, the way that we're displayed to the public is big for him, and he was okay with it, and he put together with our artists Nick and Travis and some others just some amazing art, and we were able to open up a store this year on threadless.com, which apparently I didn't make as an actual link. That would have been too easy. So let's just go take a look now.
I think Skylar's in here in the stream too.
Oh, good. Skylar, if you want to say hi, or if you want to talk about the store, if you want to be on the spot.
You're doing a great job. Just go for it.
All right. So in the Threadless store that Skylar and our artists so tirelessly put together, we have a lot more than we would normally be able to provide as a conference, simply because in years past, we've had the merchandise up front. We purchase it, we have it printed, we have it shipped. You come to the conference, we have posters, we have t-shirts, some other things, but we have to, front that cost. In this case, we were able to upload all the art, and we were able to provide things that otherwise we wouldn't have been able to stockpile. So we have a bunch of different really cool art. So we took our Hacktar, which is our ongoing, from kind of Cactar, if you will, and melded with the hacking theme, which has been our mascot for the entire time, right? Since year one officially, or is that started year 2 or 3, Andrew?
The Hacktar was year 2 and beyond.
Year 2.
And it started the first year. Our theme was F Snow. So if you go to UAT, there was a guy named Frank Snow or Fred Snow, and he had a custom vanity plate that said F Snow on it for his parking spot, and that became our logo for the B-Sides Phoenix. And when we transitioned to CactusCon, right off the bat, we created the Hacktar, and everything kind of moved from there. So
awesome. I love it. So we've basically done a design where we've taken the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Marvin the robot, the depressed Eeyore-like robot, and we've Hacktarized him. So we've got a bunch of cool art here. We've got the little green guy hanging out. We've got some fun 8-bit looking dolphin world stuff. For anyone who hasn't read the books, seen one of the movies, listened to the many BBC radio plays of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, this particular art may seem a bit confusing, but for others, oh, there he is. There's our Hacktar. Heck yeah. The physical plush. I love it. So we have a new design also for a logo, CactusCon logo going on here. So these were all put together, and you can get in the store, you can get t-shirts, you can get tank tops, pullover hoodies, zip-up hoodies. So we didn't have to choose between them. We could offer both. They have like a terry, a fleece, and by the way, the fleece is super soft. And for women's stuff, we have the same things. We also have V-necks. So check out the general, upper body wear, upper torso wear, if you will. And then we were able to also do some kid stuff. So t-shirts and a little pullover hoodie for the little farts. That's kind of cool. And then here's where it really starts just opening wide up. Under home, for example, we've got mounted aluminum prints and acrylic prints. We were able to do blankets. And hey, check this out. This is real. This is not a Rickroll, by the way. It's an actual shower curtain. It's fantastic. Yeah. I want to get this and replace my wife's shower curtain with it.
I don't know if I can see him every day while trying to get in the shower. Give me that look.
All right. As soon as you drop trowel, and he's like, ah. Oh, man, we've got tapestries and throw pillows and all kinds of cool stuff. Accessories-wise, we have face masks. Oh, check it out. We're going to be using these for how many months to come now? So we've got a Don't Panic face mask, for example. Just really cool stuff in the store. We've got notebooks. And of course, what would a Hitchhiker's Guide themed anything be without towels? We will actually be giving away towels throughout the conference. So the towel of your choice, you'll get to choose which towel you want, and then we'll just get your shipping address and ship it on over to you. Our first giveaway is actually going to be initiated very, very shortly here as soon as I toss the command into the bot. So throughout the conference, you'll see various giveaways. Some of them will have an item value If it doesn't have an item value, as in if it doesn't say X available or 3 or 5 or whatever available, that means there's 1 available for that particular giveaway, just a heads up. So go get your CactusCon swag. Get your swag on. And that will transition over to Discord. So for Discord, I'm actually going to throw it over to Alex to discuss what he and the rest of the Hoffman crew have set up for us. So Alex, do you want to share your screen or do you want to go on mine? What's your preference?
You go ahead and share. I don't want to deal with the confusion of trying to figure that part out right now.
All right, cool. So let me transition and let me...
Are we going to have some weird Inception thing going on?
Yeah, probably, because I don't think I can hide this little sucker.
All right. So Ryan was just talking about giveaways. I want to touch on that real quick. There's a giveaways channel that he's pointing at right now. Whenever a giveaway is kicked off by either CactusCon itself or a sponsor, a notice will be posted in there, and it'll tell you either thumbs up react to the post, or if it's one of our sponsors kicking it off, it'll direct you to go to their channel and thumbs up react to the post. All you have to do to enter a giveaway is just the thumbs up react to the post. One heads up I do need to point out. If you enter a giveaway that is kicked off by one of our sponsors, that is similar to how you would have your badge scanned at a real live trade show, it will give your personal information. It's your first name, last name, and email address to that sponsor. So if that's a concern, that is only applicable for the sponsored giveaways. The ones that have the CactusCon logo on them, that is not the case. So yeah, giveaways are easy. You just thumbs up react, and then we pick a winner when we pick a winner, and it's all automated and random. The announcements channel is going to keep you updated on what talks are coming. You'll get a 15-minute, 5-minute, and 1-minute warning for the talks with the link. And if you're here listening to me, then you probably already know that because you saw the link. If you need any help and support, you can go to the help support channel, open a trouble ticket, ! Reg will open it with the registration team, mod will open it with the moderators, and tech, if you have problems with the bot, that will call me directly, and hopefully nothing's broken. If you are not comfortable posting in here and you need to talk to a moderator privately, you can just DM the ! Mod command to Hactar, and it'll open up a private chat with the moderator. So if you need to report something, you wish to do it anonymously, you can do that way. We have a number of other channels with information in them up top. Chill out channels are exactly for that. They're for chilling out, hang out, talk about whatever. In the talks discussion category, this is where we expect you to do while you're watching a talk. If you want to have a conversation about what you're seeing on the YouTube link, this is the place for it. If you want to ask a question to the presenter, because all of our presentations after they go live on YouTube will be followed by a live Q&A. Just ask the question in the talks Q&A channel, and the presenters will be able to see it in the MC during the live talks. After a talk is completed, if you still wish to continue conversation on the talk, step out into the hallway, just like we would ask you to in a real life con. So the hallway is there for you to talk about previous talks or whatever, just continue the conversation. Moving on down, what else we got? Workshops are, and I apologize again to anybody who didn't get a ticket, but they filled up super quickly. Information about the workshops before they kick off will be in the workshops general discussion, and the channel should allow you, if you had a workshop ticket, to access those channels. If not, open up a help ticket with the registration team, and they'll get you hooked up for that. CTF channels, look for announcements on the CTF and then general discussion, and there's a channel called CTF Players Only that if you signed in with a CTF ticket with the bot, you should have access to it. Just a reminder, going back one step, if you have multiple tickets for CTF or workshops, send them all to Hactar one at a time, and I'll make sure you have the right roles if you haven't done that already. Chat villages. These are, we're not doing any traditional villages, but we wanted to have a place where you can talk about specific topics. Hiring jobs, if you're looking for a job or you have a job to post, feel free to post it in there. There's channels for hardware hacking, lockpicking, radio frequency, tech learning. We've got a sponsors channel that is for all of our sponsors at tiers that don't have specific channels for each of them. You're welcome to reach out and talk to sponsors here. And then we have a channel dedicated to the EFF.
So let me jump in real quick. The EFF is here with us. We have an EFF presence. Not only is our keynote speaker coming up in about 20 minutes, going to discuss the EFF and talk about them for anyone who may not be familiar yet. And I'd be surprised, but if you're not, you're definitely going to want to see her keynote. The Electronic Frontier Foundation we all believe, is a critical organization to protecting the privacy and security of all of us, everyone, not just those of us in the InfoSec, if you will, community. So we're very, very happy. We're very glad to have them on board. If you have any questions for them, pop in the EFF channel. And yeah, thank you for being involved, folks.
There's after that, we've got some extra voice channels. Think of these as just little extra rooms if you are, want to just have a little conversation with somebody. Those are free to use rooms for whatever you want, those breakout rooms. And then our partners and sponsors partner and sponsor tiers all have their own individual rooms. You're welcome to interact with them and chat with them there, and that's where they will be kicking off the giveaways for you to thumbs up react.
So jumping into the partners and our sponsor, Axon. I just want everyone to know that they have these public chats. They have their own little backstage, which you wouldn't normally see. And we would really appreciate folks to pop into these channels and to say hello to them. Again, this conference couldn't be without our various sponsors. So the partner level and the sponsor, the mid-tier level that I so wonderfully named, they have their own chats. We'd love people to funnel in there. They have upwards of 4 official representatives each. Some of them have a couple, some have far more than that, but you'll see them actually labeled 4 or 5 of them. So, go in and say hello. When they're doing this, you go into the channel. And I just want to reiterate, Alex has already stated it, but it's very important that I make this adamantly clear. When a giveaway is facilitated by us, by CactusCon, you can submit and your information is not necessarily going anywhere. When a giveaway is facilitated by one of the sponsors, you will know because their logo will be at the top right-hand side and it will say so-and-so is sponsoring this giveaway, right? If you see that, when you put that thumbs up, you are agreeing to have your first name, last name, and email address as registered with Eventbrite provided to them. It's the exact same as having your badge scanned when you go up to, say, a vendor booth at one of those types of conferences. So I just want to make very, very clear that everyone's aware of that and that's how that works. All right, back to you.
I think that's about it for Discord. As far as the overview, if we want to turn it over and talk about some moderation stuff and rules, turn it back over to you.
Awesome. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that. We have a rules channel up in the general CactusCon 2021 section, and our rules, we have a code of conduct. It boils down to, hey, don't be a fart, okay? Please don't be a fart. If you are being a fart, you will be put in timeout. Literally, we have a room, a channel that most people will not see. In fact, you should never see it or even know that it exists outside of me talking about it right now. If you're put in timeout, you will only be able to communicate in that channel, and our staff members will ask you politely to stop being a dick. So if we have an issue with any community members, then we have plenty of volunteers and moderators to take care of it. Our code of conduct is essentially anti-harassment. We have exhibitors and sponsors, and we don't want them to be barraged by negativity. They're a big part of this conference. So for example, let's just say a given sponsor, you're like, oh, I don't like that product. And you just keep spamming, this product's crap and trash and blah, 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 blah. Like it's just not appropriate. So, and plus we love all of our sponsors and all of their products. So people, hey, there's other people in this Discord server, okay? People don't want to come to a conference like this and have a negative experience. So pretty much any general negativity where you don't feel safe or you feel as though your experience is being marred, if that happens, please do report that either in the help and support or directly to Hacktar. If you go to Hacktar, it's completely anonymous and you will not, have to worry about anyone knowing or whatever. You get the idea. Also, privacy and operations security. This is an online conference. We had a press member reach out to us and say, hey, are you doing a badge or a role, a ticket type, specifically for press? We decided we did not want to go that route. And as such, we figured that one of the things we would do is just simply add the privacy and OPSEC note to our rules. So take a look at these bad boys posted by Matt. These are It's just a heads up letting you know, look, whatever you type in here, if you're in a public chat room, you're in a public chat room. So act accordingly, all right? Loose lips sink ships. Be careful of what you say. Try not to divulge any secret private information. Alrighty. So for giveaways, let me take a look at my list here of the various giveaways. A quick shout out to some of the folks who participated in providing stuff for us to give away. I mean, we've got all kinds of really cool stuff. So we've got some CactusCon merchandise. We have some items from CactusCon 8 from December of 2019. We have a couple of hardware badges left over, and we have some posters left over. We're going to be giving those away. We have our no starch press vouchers, the $20 vouchers. And awesome shout out to Ted Demopoulos. For anyone not familiar with Ted, how dare you? He is a fellow SANS instructor, and he has an awesome book called the InfoSec Rockstar. He has provided 8 signed copies of his book. In fact, I have them right down here. As I yelled right into my microphone, sorry about that. But we have right here signed copies of his book. See a little signature? Hopefully it focuses for you. So we have a bunch of these to give away. We will be giving these away. We have one of my coworkers, actually, Chapin Bryce. Hi, Chapin. Hopefully you're watching right now. He is an author, and he has written 2 different textbooks on basically dealing with Python in the forensics realm. They are awesome. If you are a developer and you're in this realm at all, if you're here and you're a developer, you'll definitely be interested in that. And if you're not a developer, you'll definitely be interested to get a feel for what goes on behind the scenes of the automation of many of the tools upon which you rely. We also have some other fun books from No Starch Press. They provided, for example, Beyond the Basic Stuff with Python. They've also provided Real World Python and 2 copies of Practical Vulnerability Management. Those will be given away throughout the conference. I've had this sitting around, and I was like, you know what, someone's going to enjoy this, and it probably won't focus very well here, but it is a Jack, the DEF CON Jack soldering kit. We were like, we don't want to give away another conference's stuff. That's weird, but it's a really fun soldering kit, and I couldn't help myself. And we're going to couple that with a BLE key, and it's not really much to see here, but if you look this up, it's a fun little device to mess around with Bluetooth. So I will initiate the first. Yes.
Stream crashed.
Yeah, we lost the stream.
Ruh-roh. Well.
Oh, it's back. I hear you again.
You get back?
Yeah.
Is it back?
Oh, we're back up.
We're back. Hi.
Also, we have giveaways from XLogic and his books as well.
Yes, we do. So XLogic X, his book is right on my list. When are we giving it away? Ryan, really? Andrew, do you want to give a quick shout out since he's been such a pivotal part of the conference for so many years?
Yeah, so one of the original presenters from B-Sides Phoenix, and in competition with Joe Garone as the single most presenter of all things CactusCon, B-Sides, etc., has actually written a book. So reached out to him, got a couple copies of the book autographed here to do for giveaways. So really excited to be able to share that since he was such a big part of kind of helping us grow. In fact, with XLogic, it was actually I sort of begged him last minute. We had a person drop out like for sickness reasons, and he just showed up and gave a talk like randomly. And his talks have always been, from my opinion, like really amazing in the sense that they're kind of like this cool, obscure, like low level cryptography, obfuscation type of hide it steganography things. Always very interesting talks. So really excited to be able to pass that along and share that out this year. So.
Awesome. Thank you, Andrew. Yes, his book, The Complete Boot Rogue Strategy Guide. Boot Rogue is essentially a game fit into a boot sector, and the tech behind it and the way that it was designed is just phenomenal. I thought that I was like, oh yeah, I'm a reverse engineer. Oh yeah, I teach malware analysis. I know assembly. And then I saw some of his talks and have just seen his work. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, that's how that's done. So really excited. We have 5 of those, by the way, to give away. All right. So our Capture the Flag event has, I think, almost 1,500 people registered at this point. All kinds of awesome stuff going on with that. So let me actually get out of this inception screen for you. Just go back to the welcome there. All right. Workshops are all full, as we already mentioned. So say too much more about them. I do just want to give some love to the folks who are putting on the workshops. Thank you so much for doing that for us. Really, really, really appreciate that. And the last thing really before we kick off our first giveaway is to talk about the after party.
Well, actually, we also need to, I want to talk quickly about YouTube and explain how all that's going to work as well, if you got a sec.
Go for it. You're up.
Yep. So if you're watching the stream now, you've probably already seen it, but all of our talks are going to be on YouTube. The link will be posted by the bot. After each talk, at the end of the talk, it's going to be using YouTube Premiere mode, which means it'll go live at the scheduled time, and you'll be able to watch it alongside everybody else. Once the talk ends, there'll be a big pop-up on the screen that says, click here for the live Q&A. It'll take you to another YouTube link, which will be the live Q&A with Ryan and the presenter. So just check out for that. There will be a notification in the Talks channel. A live Q&A is about to begin. But in general, the best way to find the live Q&A is just watch the talks and click the link at the end.
Awesome. Thank you. So I think I'm going to go ahead and kick off the first giveaway here just so that everyone can see it before we end it. We have our keynote coming up very shortly. Let's do a giveaway. So throughout the conference, we basically have the giveaways aligned to the talk schedule. So during the Q&As, which I will be facilitating with the presenter or presenters, what we're going to be doing is when we start the Q&A, we are going to announce who won the last prize. And then we're going to announce the next prize being opened. We will initiate it and then do the Q&A session. So each Q&A will also be a fun little time where we can talk about prizes and what's being given away. So I've got my first little command here for a giveaway, and so I'm trying to find the right chat to give it away here. Boop, 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 boop. Let's see, can I use this guy? Let's find out. Oh, I'll just ask Alex, where's the best place to initiate it?
The staff room. Did that not work? Of course it didn't.
Do over.
Well, we will be kicking off the giveaway shortly.
I was like, I mean, we're going to do it in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Yeah. All right, the after party, last thing, and then we will close up here. The after party is actually going to be facilitated in our CactusCon community server. So just one quick note about that, and then we will get at the rest of the conference going. We have a CactusCon community server at night, about half an hour, whatever we decide. The actual event server that we're all in now, the one that you see on your screen now, this guy that says CactusCon 9 on it, this will be locked down. You will not be able to chat in here. We would like people to go over to our community server. And the community server is where you can go and essentially just be a part of the, that's a weird image, of the overall CactusCon community. So we wanted this to be up and available year round. We wanted to have a place where people could come in and just, say hi and just hang out with everyone else. So we've got all kinds of stuff, tech to discuss, hobby chats, other chats, all kinds of fun things. Right now, it is closed because we want people in our event server. But at night, it will be open. And we will have the after party in here. I just realized we never officially set a time. I guess, 8 p.m. sounds about right? So the quote-unquote after party, we thought about doing a full VR thing, all kinds of great ideas. And it just came down to, what we're going to do? We're going to have a chat room, and we're going to have multiple video and audio rooms, and we're just going to have people pop in and just say hello and just be yourself, be you, because that's really what a community is all about. So the after party will be kicking off, we'll say around 8 p.m. Mountain Standard or UTC -7 tonight. So look forward to that. I'm about to kick off the first giveaway as soon as we retool our going to kick off now and get out of your hair. Our keynote is coming up in less than 5 minutes. So once again, my name is Ryan. Everyone here from the CactusCon crew is really excited to have you here for CactusCon 9, our first virtual event. So thank you, everyone.